Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we spend 15 minutes helping you create a movement habit. Today, we're going to focus on hips. So we're going to start off in our hip car position, clasping the hands together, starting off by pulling our knee to our chest. This is hip flexion, opening up into abduction, internally rotating that ankle behind the knee, pressing that knee back into extension, squeezing the glute, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, pressing back into extension, pulling that knee up towards the ceiling, externally rotating, pulling the knee towards the shoulder, return to midline, knees together, and we'll start again. The reason why we do our hips so much is because most people sit way too much. Those hips get tight, and we need to make sure that tissue is functioning properly. For most of you that have been doing the classes, you'll have noticed a dramatic improvement in your hips as you've been doing the classes. So that's why we try to hit hips in most of our classes. Return to midline, knees together. Starting again, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, pressing the knee back into extension, squeeze that glute, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, pressing the knee back into extension, pulling that knee up, point it towards the ceiling, rotate it, pull it towards the shoulder, return to midline, knees together. We'll flip over to the other side. While you're doing your cars, I want you to feel what each tissue is doing as you're performing the movement. Rather than thinking of the movement, think of what your tissue is doing. Feel that tissue and make that connection stronger with the brain. Clasping our hands together here, slowly pulling the knee towards the chest. Feel those hip flexors contract to pull your knee up. Now opening up, internally rotating. We're going to start to feel that lateral tissue on the side of our hip as we rotate that ankle behind the knee. Then we're going to press that knee back. You should really feel that tissue contracting. Now squeezing your glute, returning to midline, knees together, and then reverse. Really focus on squeezing that glute to your butt cheek, pulling that knee up towards the ceiling, really contracting this tissue, externally rotating now, using those hip flexors to pull the knee towards the shoulder, returning to midline, knees together, and then we'll go again, pulling the knee towards the chest, opening up into abduction, nice and controlled, internally rotating, pressing that knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse with extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and one more time here, flexion, opening up into abduction, point the knee to the ceiling, internally rotating, pressing that knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Okay, next we are going to work on our quads and hip flexors. We're going to stand up. We're going to go into a lunge position. So one leg back. Just go to where you feel most comfortable. For those of you that are a little more flexible, you can go a little bit wider. We're going to have our hands up near our chest here. We're going to try to keep this leg relatively straight as we lunge forward. You're going to feel a big stretch in through here. Once you feel that stretch, we're going to very slowly drop our knee down, trying to lean back into that back leg. You're going to feel a big stretch and pull through here. We're going to do 5 reps, and then we'll switch legs. So again, attempting to keep the back leg straight. We're going to lunge forward. This knee is going to drive forward. We'll feel a stretch through here, and then we're going to lean back as we drop that knee down, really putting a lot of force into that tissue. And then we'll come back up. Again, trying to keep the back leg straight, lunging forward, dropping that knee down as we lean back and back up. And again, lunging forward, dropping that knee down, leaning back, putting your weight into that back leg, and back up. Got 2 more here. Dropping down and up. And 1 more, lunging forward, back leg straight, dropping that knee down, leaning back, and back up. Excellent. We'll give you a quick break to shake out those legs, and then we'll go to the other side. You don't have to drop your knee all the way down to the ground. Just go to what you're capable of. This is a very challenging exercise for a lot of people. So if you need to take breaks between reps, feel free to pause the video and take some breaks. Okay, here we go. Lunging forward, keeping that back leg relatively straight, dropping the knee down, leaning back, and coming back up. Again, lunging forward, back leg relatively straight, dropping the knee down, leaning back, putting weight into that back leg, and back up. That's 2. Again. That's 3. Lunging forward, straight back leg, dropping that knee down, leaning back. That's 4. We have 1 more. Lunging forward with a straight back leg, drop the knee down, lean back, and that's 5. Excellent. We'll give those legs a quick break to get some blood flow back. And then next, we're going to work on straight leg hip flexion. So we're going to come down into this position. We're going to keep our knee straight as we lift up, come out, and drop down. We're going to do 5 reps on each side. With this, I want you to make sure that you keep the knee straight as you lift up. We don't have to come out too far. We'll drop down and then come back. We'll do 5 reps on each side. So chest up nice and tall, lifting the leg up with a straight leg, come out, drop down, and come back. Try to be nice and controlled through this. Dropping down, up, coming back, that's 2. Up, out, down, in, down, that's 3. Again, keeping that leg straight. For some of you, you might cramp a little bit in your quad. Just don't lift quite as high if you're getting cramping. Up, in, down. We'll do 1 more. Up, out, down, in, down. Excellent. We'll go to the other side. Up, out, down, up, in, down. That's 1. Up, out, down, in, down. That's 2. Out, down, in, down. That's 3. Good. Try to control it as much as possible, keeping that leg straight. And 1 more. Excellent. And we're going to go right to hip rotation. So our 90-90 position, 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg, turning our shoulders towards that back leg. And we're going to lift up and come down. Again, staying as active as possible. This is a very active exercise. We're pulling up while creating tension in our hip and then actively pressing down. Okay, here we go. Coming up. Open up as much as you can. You'll feel a slight pinch in the hip. And then actively press down. That's 1. Coming back up. Nice and controlled. High as you can. That's 2. I want you to try and get a little further every time. Coming back up. Open, open, open. That's 3. Pressing back down. Again. 4. And down. And last one. Push it as much as you can. And 5. Good. We'll go to the other side. 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg. Turning your shoulders towards that back leg. And coming up. Open up. Keeping the other leg on the ground, pressing back down. Again, this knee stays on the ground the whole time. Coming up, opening up, and down. That's 2. Again, opening up, pressing down. That's 3. Up. Feel that pinch, go a little past it. And down. That's 4. And one more, coming up. And pressing down. That's 5. Excellent. We'll give you a quick break. Got a little bit more time for this one. We're going to go into this position. So hamstring stretch position. I'll actually face forward in this. And all we're going to do is we're going to reach down our leg. We're going to pause and then come back. We're going to do 5 of those. So pause for about 3 seconds. If you can reach past your toes, grab on and hold. We're going to gain progress every time, but just go with what you're capable of. Where you feel a stretch, we'll pause and then come back. Okay, so reaching down that leg, pause, 1, 2, 3, and slowly come back. If you want to add more to this, you can press your heel into the ground when we pause. So reaching forward, pause, you can press that heel into the ground, 2, 3, and coming back. Again, reaching, pause, you can press the heel into the ground, 2, 3, and back. We got 2 more. Reaching again, you'll notice you get further every time. Pause, pressing that heel down, 2, 3. And one more. Reach, 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 reach. Pause, press the heel down, 2, 3, and back. We'll go to the other side. You'll have one side that is more flexible than the other, so one side's going to feel a lot more uncomfortable. Okay, we'll reach. 1, 2, 3. Coming back. Again, if you can, press that heel down. Reach. 1, 2, 3, and back. Again, reach. 1, 2, 3. Do 2 more. Reach. 1, 2, 3. And one more. Reach. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, we're going to finish off with just 2 hip cars per side. We're going to do these ones a little faster. I just want you to notice as you go through this, how much range of motion you've gained from working all of the tissue around the hip throughout this class. Okay, so starting off with hip flexion. Again, we're going to move a little faster during these. Opening up into abduction, internally rotating. Again, you should notice a major difference in how your hips feel in this set of hip cars compared to the first one. And I have a dramatic difference. It feels much better as I go through it. Going again, hip flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse with extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. It's always a nice habit. We run out of time in our classes, but it's always a nice habit to do your cars after we've done a class with a joint. So if we've done our hips in a class, It's always good to go through your cars after and just upload that new information to the brain. Again, now that we've gained range of motion, we want to show the brain that, hey, this is now what we have access to. It'll just help you keep that new range of motion that you've gained. Good, and we'll do one more to finish off. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension, adduction, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Excellent. That is another class of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT. Thank you for joining. Thank you for making your health a priority. Again, if you like the class, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Share the link with a family, friend. Again, this is meant to help as many people as possible. And I will see you tomorrow morning.